the Racers Grand Prix is always a sprinting carnival. And there were a whole bunch of things that happened, and I watched the entire meet. But let's be clear, the men's 100 meter dash was the main event, and Kishane Thompson is why that is true. They gave him a field that was worthy of him. But before I get there, I have to set the stage. Because just one day before, in the Rome Diamond League, Trayvon Bromell announced that he is back. He went 9.84 seconds, wind legal, which is a new world lead, and officially started the party, where people are now expected to run 9.8 if you are legitimate. Because we've been saying for a while in the track world, well, it's early in the season and the season's going to end in September. Well, that might be true, but we are now in the month of June. So when the Racers Grand Prix went off, Kishane Thompson pulled away from the field. I actually expected Beyond the Walaza of South Africa to have a good start this time, because I've started to realize that that is what he does. But when the race was over, forget when the race was over, the race was over about 60 meters in, because once Kishane Thompson had the lead, it was pretty clear there was nobody in this field who was going to reel him in. I have to give a shout out to Oblique Seville, because he seemingly has been getting over an injury from what happened when he was at the Atlanta City Games, but he still got all the way up to second place, and he broke the 10 flat barrier when he did it. But when Kishane Thompson goes 9.88 seconds with still wind, 0-0, that is a warning shot, and it's what we've been waiting for a very long time. You have to understand that Kishane Thompson went into the Olympics as a favorite in the 100 meter dash for a reason, because he ran the world leading time of 9.77 seconds. And people want to see fast times. Trust me, I want to see them too. But there's only a few athletes who are actually sprinting in the game who can give it to us. There's a lot of people who have PRs of 9.9 or 9.89 or something like that. I mean, I'm not saying any names, but some of them were in that field. The issue is, those people cannot give you fast times on command. And I get it, you may not run it all the time, but there has to be a few moments on the calendar where you dial it in and say, I'm running run fast on that weekend. And you do it. Kishane Thompson just did it. His first race of the year, he went 9.99 seconds and got reeled in at the line by Akani Simbini. And although I am hard on Kishane Thompson, because when you are somebody with his talent, somebody we don't get to see race much, and we want to, that's the whole point. This is professional track. And in pro sports, the pros got to go out there and be pros. I get it, the world championships might be a focus, but that's an amateur event if we're just being honest. If you check the actual information, it's an amateur event. We want to see the pros go out there and be pros. We want to see the fastest athletes be fast. Kishane Thompson, all due respect, is one of the fastest athletes. Not just right now, but this side of Usain Bolt. And gold medals for Jamaica, they've been waiting to get that for a while. Kishane Thompson is their best bet. Him and Oblique going 1-2 at the Racers Grand Prix. Again, with a pretty legitimate field if we're being honest. That is still announcing to the world that they're going to be there. But make no mistake, Kishane Thompson is now the leader. He is the leader of the Jamaican contingent in the 100. So, what is the landscape now as we look forward to the Worlds? Because I'm going to tell you the names of the people who made it clear that they are ready to come play. But if you're new here, I want to say thank you for even making it this far into the video. And I'm Coach Rob, and if you really want to know what's going on with the fastest athletes in the world, then you are in the right place. And if anything that I say actually connects with you, it is always greatly appreciated if you would please like and subscribe. But if I don't, just let me know in the comment section, because I try to read them all. When we look at the world stage, there's really only there's 3 tiers. There's tier 1, the people who are supposed to be in the final and are showing us why they're going to be there. Normally, they've already done it in the past multiple times. And then you have the second tier, the ones who could do it, we just don't know if they actually will. And then there's group 3. Let's be honest, if you're in group 3, you better be happy if you make the semifinals, because the final itself, that ain't you. I mean, a bunch of people would have to mess up for you to actually get in, at least with the report you've given us. Tier 1 athletes, at this point in the year, the ones who run times that only a very small group of people can actually run, and did so decisively. That list is as follows. We already know Kishane Thompson is on that list. And some people, might say that he already belonged on it because of what he did last year, but we're just going off of 2025. like just going off of 2025 or, past medal history, like recent medal history. That's the only way you're getting on my list. So Kishane Thompson is officially now. Like in 2025, he's checkboxed, like, I belong on the list, and I'll let you know that I'm on the list. And now everybody else knows it, that if you see Kishane Thompson in your race, he's a problem. And people are likely not going to run quite like themselves, because when you are that talented, you have a tendency to control a race. But he ain't the only one. Kenny Bednarek has been slaughtering Grand Slam track up until this point, even with Oblique Seville there. I think you got to put him also on the top shelf, at least from what we're getting. Because when you go 9.8, with a 10-0, with the first race down in Jamaica that he won, and then he goes 9.7, 9.79, and that was, wind assisted, but it wasn't like a 3-0 or anything like that. So 9.7, 9.8, like, you're in form. So that's 1-2. You got Akani Simbini, who was winning a whole bunch of races on the Diamond League circuit and, everywhere else all the way through this year so far, and beat Kishane, which is important. That's important. So you put him on the top shelf, and now Trayvon Bromell, because he went 9.91 and then 9.84. That is it. Those are the only men who have let us know this year they're on the top shelf. You can start grandfathering other people in if you want to. We can give it to Noah Lyles, even though at this point, he hasn't run a 100 or a 200 for that matter throughout the entire outdoor season. And that is unique. Because to clarify, we have now seen Kishane Thompson run way more than we've seen Noah Lyles run outdoors. And if you had told me that that was going to be the situation back in March, I never would have believed you. But hey, it is what it is. And if you want to throw anybody else in the bag, I guess we're already on the second tier, if we're just being honest. Because by this point, Fred Curley, he's like right in that window of the second tier, the ones who past medal history says you got to take him seriously. But this year's report is looking kind of sketchy, at least as of right now. Like, it is what it is. And then you move off of him, and then who else you got? Oblique Seville might be right on that cut again, similar to where Fred Curley is. Past history tells us he's going to be there. He's given us some good races. And this Racers Grand Prix, which to me, I think is not really fully indicative of what he's capable of, because as far as I can tell, he really wasn't running like himself. He was just kind of getting back out there post-injury. So, I think you almost got to look at this as a huge victory in the sense where if he really went that fast, given that it didn't look to me like he was Oblique Seville, I'm pretty sure that Oblique Seville in top gear, I don't mean like top gear like end of the season peak top gear, but Oblique Seville healthy would have, I think, ran away from that field even more and probably gave Kishane a run for his money. Like, I really believe that. That said, the list still gets very short when you start looking down. That second tier, we can throw some other names in there based off of past history. Fine if you want to throw Christian Coleman in there, or, if we leave the Americans, you can throw Lethile Taboho in there. And, like, again, we're going off of past history to get them in that second tier. But the first tier of the group, that short list of men who showed us in 2025 that they are ready to run. And we already know from the past that they've done it already. Kishane Thompson has done it already. He's gotten to an Olympic final, and he's walked away with a medal. There's only one thing left for him to do on the world stage. He's supposed to get a gold medal, individually in the 100. That's it. And if you don't think World and Olympics are, equivalent, then fine. He has to do it at the Games in LA in 2028. But if you forget about that for a moment and just focus on, the task at hand, considering it seems that everything he's done this year is to line him up to pull that off again, to get to the World and win a gold. This race tells us that Kishane Thompson is exactly who we thought he was. There's a reason why we pay attention every time he steps to the line. There's a very real reason, because he can do things that almost nobody else in the world can do. He did that during the Racers Grand Prix, and I'm glad that I was there to see it. But everyone else who steps on the line with him, this year from this point on, whether it's at the Jamaican Trials, the World Championships, or if he even gets back out there on the Diamond League or the Continental Tour, they now know it as well. Kishane Thompson is a problem, and you're probably running for second place, unless you're one of those men who are on that top shelf. Just saying. The sport of track and field is not just about running fast. It is about doing it over and over and over again, because whenever you step to the line, your reputation is on the line as well. With the Wake Up, Run Fast, and Repeat shirt, you can make it clear that running faster than the competition is a habit. Get yours at searecruiting.com/shop or use the link in the description below. It's a huge support to me and this channel, so I can continue to make you more content like this. And remember, it is always greatly appreciated if you would please like and subscribe.